Hey everybody, welcome back into I35 Live. My name is Matt. As always, with me is my friend Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you would, please, before we get into it, just give us a like, give us a subscribe, make sure and comment down below on the video. Let us know what you like, let us know what you don't like. We love making this content, and want to keep doing it, but we want to make sure that our listeners are getting what they want.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always fun to sit here and talk about it, but it's always fun to hear the feedback that we get. And I've actually gotten some feedback, and it's turned out pretty good.
Absolutely. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Ryan, jam packed in the sports world since our last show. I mean, absolute chaos across multiple things. We're sitting here on a Sunday night. We've had what, 3-4 games happen already. We've got to start with college football. Have to.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the first round of playoffs just happened. Since we last talked, Lane Kiffin is a Tiger.
Diego Pavia is suing the Heisman Committee.
Oh, probably. Well, once he sobers up and realizes, yeah, he probably will. James Franklin won the greatest divorce in history.
Oh, ever.
Oh, 100%. And again, for those who haven't heard before, I hate Penn State. The fact that on National Signing Day, they ended up with 2 people to sign. Two people. Colgate had a better recruiting class than them. It's perfect. That being said, Matt Campbell is a dog, and they are so lucky to have him.
They are. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd like to... Diego Pavia is probably sobered up by now.
He doesn't have... I mean, I'd say he has a job to go to, but I think his 6 years are up.
Oh, not only that, his draft stock is just absolutely plummeting.
I don't think he had one to begin with.
That's fair. Now, mind you, when I saw this, it was on an Instagram post. So, very questionable sources here. But last I read on it is the Pavia camp is considering filing suit against the Heisman voters, or they will choose not to file suit if the voters come out and issue a formal apology and a statement saying that it was a mistake.
That has to be some like NBA Central type stuff. Like, I saw a great thing from Reese Davis, who's a Heisman voter, and he said, like, yeah, I voted for Diego, and the entire time that the ceremony was going on and everything afterwards, all I could say was, thank God he didn't win. And he said this is the only time he's ever regretted voting for someone. And again, you can say screws the Heisman voters all you want. That's fine. Even the ones who voted for you, that's fine. But to be so childish to just go after Indiana and go into the club, which seems to be these morons' ways, going into the club, getting the bottles, and getting the special sign, acting like it's... Side note, anytime I see that in the club, it looks like someone who puts a sign out in the yard that says, like, happy 6th birthday, Casey. Something like that. But also, they're in the club and they had to pay for it.
And every one of those videos also looks like it was filmed on a Nokia that was made in 2002.
Exactly. I mean, you show up to the Heisman committee, shaking hands with all the members of the committee and all the past winners with an AirPod in your ear and a turtleneck and chain.
Didn't take his headphones out, looking like The Rock with that fanny pack picture.
Yeah, standing there lying about his height. Meanwhile, the running back is towering over him.
Can I tell you, I didn't realize that was a thing at all. Did not realize that was a thing. And then I saw the picture and then went on ESPN and looked at all of their heights. Who is letting this man lie like that?
I don't know. I'm just happy to see that we're going to get the 3 to 4 years where probably him and his brothers will get a podcast called Remember That Time? And, his his mom will go on and go through all the Call Her Daddy and probably end up on, all of these. Probably her and Bobby Altoff will make a nice, podcast together. Maybe her and the Haktua girl can all reminisce about, remember when?
Oh, yeah, Haley Welch.
Yeah, and it all could be moderated by Theo Vaughn. And, probably Jelly Roll will make a musical appearance. all that crap.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of, I'm going to label them as divas in the college football world. What do you think about Johnny Manziel no-showing the college game day, and they had to pull in that A&M basketball player?
I mean, what you're saying Johnny Manziel can't commit to something that he doesn't want to commit to? Oh, wow, I for one am shocked. I mean, Alex Caruso's for all it's A&M whatever, but he seems like a really cool dude, and
Yeah,
he was down for it. You gotta love it.
absolutely, absolutely. You were talking about Heisman's.
Mhm.
Mendoza's just, oh man,
He seems like a good guy. He seems like he was the obvious pick after all that was said and done. This was a weak year for Heisman's. You didn't have that one player. I guess you can say the moment was the entirety of the Big Ten or Big 12 Big Ten, yeah,
10.
Big Ten
Big
championship
10.
game between him and Julian Sayin, and maybe if Jeremiah Smith had a big game, you could argue to put him in there. At the same time, this was a weak group. Jeremiah Love, he shouldn't have been one of the finalists.
You needed more. I needed more out of him in a season-long stat line.
We can talk about Notre Dame in its entirety later, but the two games that he had to show up for, he didn't, and those were the first two, and he didn't have enough competition to make those stats that he had, which weren't even all that impressive compared to other running backs' years. This would have been the perfect year to put Jacob Rodriguez in.
Yeah.
He's the fan favorite. He wins the Ashton Genty fan Heisman.
I love when they actually respect defensive players and put them in.
I cannot wait for him to play in. Where are they playing in the Orange Bowl?
They are playing in the Orange Bowl on New Year's Eve day.
We'll have to check that schedule.
We'll look it up.
I'm so happy to see what him and that mustache crew of those linebackers, what they can do
to Oregon. What they're going to do to Oregon.
Oregon looks shaky. That being said, Dante Moore is maybe the scariest quarterback left in the playoff.
I would agree with that. The kid looks sharp.
Yeah, all three Big Ten quarterbacks that are left, Sayin, Mendoza, and Dante Moore. If Sayin were a little bit older, all three of them would probably be the first three quarterbacks taken off the draft board.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Now let's shift to another conference that's in the playoffs that had two quarterbacks not do anything. You want to talk about A&M first? Or you want to talk about Oklahoma first?
Oh, I mean, this is Christmas came early, and first of all, couldn't have happened to two better fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to kill. It was pretty easy to kill. All you had to do was wait for them to get to a giant lead, just like they did when they played Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
All you had to do was wait for them to get to lead, and then they'd just kill themselves.
Mm-hmm. I got to tell you a story, and I'm gonna own up to this and say that any superstitious sports fan can absolutely call me an asshole, and they're absolutely right. So my little sister is an Oklahoma fan. We were watching the Oklahoma-Alabama game together. And I've tried to do a really good job over the years of tapering back my shit talking about Oklahoma to her specifically, not in general. And so I'm trying to be supportive, and I'm trying to be like, oh, this was, oh, this, oh, that, oh, well, that wasn't that. It comes down, and Tate Sandel's fixing to kick that field goal. And my sister is on the edge of the couch.
The Lou Groza award-winning Tate Sandel.
My sister's on the edge of the couch, and she's freaking out. I mean, hands together. It looks like she's sweating, right? And about 2 seconds before this play kicks off, I just out loud go, I mean, there's no way he shanks this, right? And I mean, just right over the upright. And she just jaw dropped, turned around, and she stared into my soul. She was so mad. And I can't say anything, because if the roles were reversed and she did it and it was Texas, I would be just as upset. But now that we've gotten past it, it's the funniest shit I think I've ever done in my life.
Oh, 100%. And I think going back to how that happened, because were they still going to be down? Yes, but it could have changed a lot of things going forward for the rest of the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
When OSU went to Ames, Iowa in 2011, and Quinn Sharp hit it over the goalpost just like that, that cost us a chance at the national championship, going to play the national championship game. Same thing happens to OU. All the crap that they talk to us for 15 years now, for it to finally happen to them at the biggest stage, not even 50 Cent himself could protect them.
It's just, I mean, your program has not won a college football playoff game yet.
0-5.
Yet. You are hosting in Norman the team that you have owned since joining the SEC and jump out to a 17-0 lead. Everything is literally going your way.
The tweet of the year is, being that 50 Cent was there, if you had a quarter for every time OU blew a 17-point lead in the playoffs, what would you get? You'd get 50 cents. Perfect.
As a Texas fan, I was like, well, of course this happened. We beat them and we're not even in. Of course Bama finally woke up because it's the playoffs, because it's Bama.
A lot of people had to eat their words. The tweets that were coming out, Brent McMurphy, Brandon Walker, so many of them were being, Notre Dame should have definitely been in. Notre Dame should have definitely been in. This is the time Notre Dame should have definitely been in. And everything changed in 10 minutes of game time. 10 minutes.
The pick six right before half, I had to, like I said, I was watching with my sister, so I did not do it. I almost jumped out of my chair and yelled. I hate Alabama. I cannot stand Alabama, but I can't stand OU more.
And the big thing for Alabama going in was their run game was terrible, especially for Bama standards. They looked borderline soft. And did they have the best running game day? No, not by any means. However, they had big runs when they had to. Ty Simpson did not look scared. He was completely a dog the entire game. They did it without needing Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
They really did.
And they dropped a lot of passes.
They did.
A lot
of
passes. It was
disgusting how bad. There's an epidemic of just receivers not being able to catch. It was alarming today in that game. But the big penalties were on OU side. The 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Oh my God. How do you hit someone out of bounds that late? I don't care if it's just a little shove or not. You can't. And okay, I'll give you on I think it was a punt return, right? Number 44 for Oklahoma is lightly pushed by an Alabama player out of bounds. But if you keep your hands the announcer said this, if you keep your hands to the side and don't raise up that left shoulder, you probably get away with one there.
Or before that, early in the first quarter, they had a chance. I think it was going to be a 3rd and short, it was going to end up being a 3rd and short. And Eddie Pierre-Louis just goes and decks a guy just standing there.
And shoves him.
Takes them out of range. I think they ended up having to settle for a field goal. But they probably would have got the first down the way things were going with that 3rd and short. Probably would have got another touchdown. Those key penalties, we talked about Alabama getting the drops. Mm-hmm. Those key penalties hurt field position. Mm-hmm. And it took potential points off the board that really killed them, which also Eddie Pierre-Louis having to go and get screamed at by Brent Venables.
And then
Ben Arbuckle.
Immediately after. You can't, it's tough to see these kids crack on the sideline. I will say props to that young man, because there was no head shaking. There was no anything. He knew he messed up, went over, took yell number 1, then took ass chewing number 2 from Arbuckle, because Arbuckle was in his face.
And Arbuckle's maybe 5 years older than this guy, probably. But yeah, no, he
stood there and was like, "Yep, I've got to own this."
Yeah.
So props to him.
Props to him, absolutely. But props to all of us who got to watch OU fail one more time. Again, just when you see that twinkle in the stars out there, just know that God is laughing his ass off right now.
Can I just tell you the moment that I knew that it was over was there's a play, I think it was in the third quarter, it might have been the fourth, where Mateer gets flushed out of the pocket and he's running and he has 15 or 20 yards of daylight in front of him and could have, like, he's fast. Like, he's a good, like, rusher.
He's their best rusher.
Could have absolutely gotten the first down and tried to throw some misplaced ball or what have you.
To a running back deep down the field who it was in his hands.
It. Like, Mateer actually made the throw.
And Mateer made some horrible throws this
But
game.
that one
was
right.
dynamite.
It was a dime.
Yeah.
And the running back just try to hit him in his hands.
Incredible. Incredible. Now, from one quarterback who could potentially do it to one who, gosh, was just a victim of the easiest schedule in SEC history. To all those listening, whoop!
You can't see it, but thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. I mean, you talked for 11 games about being 11-0. Now, there were true Aggie fans that could not enjoy that at all, which was great to see because they've been there before, battered Aggie syndrome. But there were some who I'm going to say are casuals that were just talking all season. And then you come into DKR and you get whooped by Big Bro. And then you're saying, oh, well, it's fine. We had to give them a win so they could get to a nice bowl game. And so we're basically like Santa Claus. We're still going to the playoff.
And in fact, we kind of wanted to lose this game because that means we don't really want to play in the SEC championship game. It's another week. Le'Veon Moss is going to get healthy. Surely nothing bad will happen to him. And surely we'll be able to game plan for this Miami team who really shouldn't even be in it in the first place. In Kyle Field, the only thing that really makes me mad is, I don't know, it's not a night game, and we have to play this stupid game at 11 o'clock.
And then you do your, what is it called? Their cheer practice or whatever the night
midnight
before.
yell.
That's it. You do your midnight yell. And your precious Kyle Field is supposed to be absolutely rocking. And you let a 10-2 ACC team
who didn't play in their conference championship
come into your stadium and hold you to a field goal. A field goal. And here's the thing. The wind sucked. You shouldn't have been kicking field goals.
Well, if they only had more confidence in their quarterback, who I thought was supposed to be a Heisman finalist.
Wasn't he a Heisman frontrunner? Didn't A&M fans say all year, oh, Marcel Reed, Marcel Reed, Marcel Reed, Marcel Reed?
I think they were. But
and then he threw back-to-back picks in the Texas game, which cost them that. And then he threw 2 end-zone picks in the college football playoff.
Strange. It's strange how that works. But, hey, at least Mario Craver is now the highest paid player in the history of A&M football. Like that. Like, we have to sit for a second and realize, well, that's a lie. Johnny Manziel existed.
I was going to say, like, legally?
Legally, they
okay.
can post that. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I tell you my favorite stat line from 2025?
Absolutely.
In the year 2025, the University of Texas has more playoff wins than the University of Texas A&M.
Add that to the 101 Aggie facts. Believe me, we're enjoying this, but completely objective, defensive masterclass by Texas A&M.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolute defensive masterclass. The thing that cost them in the end was their offense could not get running, and you could see it in the fourth quarter. Mark Fletcher ran all over them because they were gassed. Mm-hmm. Absolutely gassed. They didn't have a single long drive that they could rest up on, and if anything really developed, it ended quickly, so there's no momentum. I mean, they had a field goal And you would have thought that they had just got a pick six, a 100-yard pick six.
Did you see? It was like the second or third last play of the game when A&M was down there on that goal line. That collision at the goal line. I straight up like this is kind of gruesome. So like viewer discretion is advised for this one. Or I guess listener discretion advised. But like I straight up thought dude died.
The way his hands,
the way he dropped, I was like, oh no.
It was,
it was scary.
It was very scary. It was very much do or die right there.
And I will say, huge respect to the A&M fan base for silencing down. And then when he got to his feet, the cheers and the applause erupting, just showing that sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Big props to the A&M fan base.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyone would hate to see that happen.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, right, like this is a game.
And he made one heck of a play.
Oh, an amazing play. An amazing play.
Absolutely
Threw his body on the line for his team. But at the end of the day, this is a game, right? And you don't want to see anybody get hurt. You want to see these kids be able to go out and compete and play this game that we all love.
Absolutely. And just want to circle back here to just kind of the stat line. Again, Mark Fletcher had 17 carries for 172 yards. It didn't really even feel like it, but the runs that you saw, those big fourth quarter runs where he's running like Marion Barber, running like the groundos of money.
That is you said 17 amazing. For 172.
Yeah.
That's the quietest over 10 yards per rushing attempt stat line I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's crazier is Marcel Reed threw 39 times and they only scored 3 points.
How many yards did he throw for?
237.
It's not bad. How many did he run for, though?
27.
Ah, there it is.
That's what it is.
There
and
it is.
You have a lot of talent that you can run with. And your offensive coach was a running quarterback. He has developed a game and a system around a guy who can run the ball. I'm not saying he's a running back, but I'm saying he has talent both throwing, not as much throwing, but he has more talent running. That's why they had to go away from Connor Wegman.
Totally agree. And like KC Concepcion out of the jet sweep.
Yeah.
I mean, they have so many weapons that they just I think part of it is like they just didn't get schemed open.
They didn't get schemed open. I don't know what the plan would be once they crossed the 50 or got near the 50, but it was very weird. A lot of talk from their offensive line.
I was going to say we have to talk about Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain,
oh my god,
is a monster. The fact that I was hearing rumors that some people were down on him and having like day 2 grades on him is nonsense.
What?
Yes, Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor are
day 2 grades.
Yes, are nightmares.
Like, well, yeah.
Like Ohio State, will they probably win? Yes, but they gotta be on it after losing the way they did to Indiana.
They do. They
could very well. You want to talk about having talented receivers and a talented running game? Bo Jackson and Brandon Ennis and Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate. Again, I'm listing off names that you'll be hearing on Sundays. None of that could be a thing if they can't get the ball to them.
I was just going to say, like, you have... It's great to have all of these pieces that you can plug in and play, and you can be like, these are our guys, and this is who we're going to war with. If your offensive line is Swiss cheese and nothing can develop, guess what? It does not matter. It does not matter. I think Ruben Bain had 2 or 3 sacks, and Miami had 3, and Miami had 7 total as a team.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to have anything develop when something like that's happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're getting treated to great second round matchups.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no Penn State, Boise State nonsense that we have to sit through like we did last year, which I want to go ahead and just stamp it down now. I am on the side of the G5 should not get an automatic bid.
Oh my God.
And they proved it.
Absolutely. Both of them did.
Both of them. I will say James Madison towards the end. I mean, 504 yards and 20-something first downs. 24 points against an Oregon team.
Too little too late, though.
Too little too late. Yes, there is a completely down-the-line gap. I am all for if they are deserving to be there, then they can be there. They should not get the automatic win.
You can't.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. Because how many kids have already tweeted, like, imagine if it was the 12 best teams.
Yeah. And I know it's, people say, well, it kills the competition. It kills the competition. Why do you even play the games? Why go into a season knowing 80%? Well, you could be that. You could be the Cincinnati of 2021 who, yes, they lose to Alabama, but they deserve to be there.
Or if you're a G5 school, schedule Alabama, schedule Georgia, schedule Florida State, schedule Michigan, schedule Washington, schedule a Power 5 opponent, or Power 4 opponent, excuse me, that are you going to win? No, you're probably not going to be favored. But if it's that 1 out of 10 times that you do win, and then you go on to be some kind of crazy 11-1, 12-0 team, and you win your conference championship, guess what? That strength of schedule and that win, you will then deserve to be there.
Absolutely. And the Tulane Ole Miss one is the better example to me of the gap, because we already saw it. To your point, go schedule. They already saw it, and they lost by 35. And this time, they lost, 41-10?
Yep.
Oh, they didn't have people trying to act like this could be a something. Oh, they didn't have Lane Kiffin. How are the players going to respond? They respond like they were always going to respond. The talent and the coaching that was already there overmatched anything that Tulane was going to bring.
Let me go ahead and quote Kobe Bryant here real quick. You responded like Julius Randle. You responded like a grown-ass man, because that's what they did.
Yeah. When you had DeJon Stribling, who is a beast of a receiver, Keywan Lacey, who is going to be an NFL running back.
Oh.
Keywan Lacey, which, by the way, Georgia will probably play in the national championship game. But the only thing that can prevent him is Keywan Lacey going off.
Yeah.
That man is a dog.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I'm all for just let the G5 have their own playoff system or their own championship, whatever it may be, separate. Or maybe if they deserve to be in it, be in it. But you cost that cost Notre Dame.
It did.
That cost BYU.
It did.
That cost Vanderbilt or Texas. Like stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And there are many things that could have prevented it. Yes, should the ACC have a better system for their conference? Absolutely. Should they have done better as a whole? Absolutely. But
should Georgia Tech have not shit the bed?
Absolutely. Should Virginia have won?
Yes.
If Virginia wins, there's no reason for this.
Oh, absolutely, because JMU doesn't get in. If Virginia wins, then they go, and I think Notre Dame goes instead of Miami.
Maybe. I think they were always going to put Miami in over Notre Dame.
Really?
Because they said,
that's fair.
Yeah, nothing really matters ahead of this.
Yeah.
So keep your hopes up, but we'll just do whatever we want at the end.
Okay, we already mentioned them 3 times. Can Notre Dame figure it out? Seriously? I mean, if we're ranked in the preseason top 10, we want an automatic bid. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, no, it's if they're in the top 12 at the end of the season.
That's ridiculous.
Then they get an automatic bid. I mean,
even if they're...
Are they whiny babies who think the world revolves around them because they're Notre Dame? Yes. However, 2 things can change this altogether. 2 things can change this altogether.
Yeah.
1, get rid of the G5 auto, and that would force their hand to be like, wow, why are you guys getting an auto?
Yeah.
And 2,
join a conference.
I have one better.
Okay.
The G4, don't schedule them. Don't schedule Notre Dame.
Oh, you're talking about the Power 4.
Yeah. The Power 4. Don't schedule Notre Dame. If they think they're amongst the group, don't schedule them. Take them off all of your scheduled stuff. So that way, when they have to go and look, who's your best win? Oh, I don't know,
Ball State.
Ball State. Yeah, exactly. Now, you probably talk about collusion. I end up in the courts, but if we're just changing schedules for reasons to make things easier for you, these conferences have been sticking it to Notre Dame for a long time.
They have.
And if Notre Dame wants to cry about conferences not having their back, I'd go one step further. If I have the Big Ten, be like, cool. If that's how you're going to act about them trying to prop up their team who's actually in their conference, we're not scheduling you anymore.
No, not at all. You don't get USC. That's done. That's over. It doesn't exist anymore. If I'm the ACC, you don't get Miami.
You don't even get Purdue.
Ooh, why did that hurt me?
Yeah. You don't even get Purdue. Join our conference.
You leave Nebraska low.
Yeah. 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 Oh, you want Northwestern? Boot to the face. Like no, sorry. But
no, I totally it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. And speaking of other ridiculous things, you mentioned it earlier in the show. Lane Kiffin's a Tiger.
It was always inevitable. Lane Kiffin has to do Lane Kiffin stuff and make it about Lane Kiffin and do things as ugly as possible and threaten to hold everything hostage if he doesn't get to go back and coach his team. I will say it is kind of weird that they said no, which I tend to agree to.
Mm-hmm.
But Tulane was able to get John Summerall to coach this final game. Jamie, you got Chesney to be able to coach this game.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss telling him no, kick rocks. But however, Charlie Weiss Jr., please coach us. Like, please don't leave just yet. Please come and coach us. We need you. We don't know how to coach offense without you. Kind of a little weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. Do you think this is just a random thought? Excuse me. Do you think his daughter dating Weeks had anything at all to do with that? Like even if it's like 0.5%.
I think Lane was always going to leave Ole Miss.
It's just LSU showed up at the right time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Had LSU not showed up, he would be a Florida Gator. Had Alabama opened up at any point, he'd be part of the Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
He was always going to leave. I think the timeline for him was a lot later than it should have been because they were actually successful.
Absolutely. Well, because we like hypotheticals and because, well, I mean, it's not like we're playing the games or making the decisions. Ryan and I have a little treat for y'all that are listening. We have reseeded the college football playoff bracket after watching round 1. 1 to 12, I think, because I think probably 1 through 6 probably isn't going to change very much. I'll do my 1 through 6. I'll let you go first half, and then we'll go back halves.
Yep.
All right. So at 1, Indiana.
Yep.
At 2, Texas Tech. Here's why I put them above Ohio State. Ohio State lost their championship. I don't think you can. I think you have to look at that for what it is. And you have to look at it as a loss. Because here's my thing is like, if they don't matter, then quit playing them.
I agree. And that's a take I'll probably have until they figure something out and make these games more, meaningful.
It has to mean
Just
something.
Quit playing the games.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. 3, Georgia. 4, Ohio State.
Okay.
5, Oregon. 6, Bama. I have reasonings.
Okay. I'm going to push back on that.
Yeah.
Because you said if the games matter, Bama was 9.
Bama was 9.
So you're going to jump them even though they got killed?
I'm going to jump them, and here's why I'm going to jump them. It's because of how my back half changed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because of how my back half changed, I had to jump them. So just put a pin in where I put Bama for now. And if you think my back half is just dog water, then we'll talk about it. All right. So Indiana, Texas Tech, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Bama. Hit it.
Okay. So for me, it's Indiana. I still have Ohio State at 2. Yes, they lost. However,
It's Ohio State.
Those were the two undefeateds,
Yeah.
the two best teams the entire season.
Totally agree.
3 Georgia,
Okay.
4 Texas Tech.
Okay.
So the top 4 for me
So
doesn't
top
change.
4 is the same. I just have them a little different.
5 is Oregon. I think Oregon is in the right spot.
Okay.
The only loss they had was to the best team in the nation.
Yep.
6, I had A&M. And here's why.
Okay.
Really solid offense the entire year.
Okay.
They won the big game early on that they had to.
True.
Was their schedule easy? Yes. Their defense could hold up against anybody.
I totally
Best
agree
third
with
down
that.
defense in the nation.
Totally
It's
agree
not
with
even
that.
close.
Totally agree with that.
So, to me, that was my number 6. Number 7, Ole Miss.
Okay.
My 8 was still Oklahoma.
Okay.
9, this is where I put Miami.
Okay.
10, Alabama.
Okay.
You lost, but you're still in because is there 3 losses? Yes, but you look at the talent on the field. They went and beat Georgia early in the year in Georgia.
Yep.
So road game isn't going to bother them. They've won the games that they had to outside of Oklahoma. 11 is Notre Dame.
Okay.
I'm going to put Notre Dame in.
Okay.
You had no wins to hang your hat on. However, you're still
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Okay.
You're still 10-2, and you won. You played in the national championship last year.
Yeah.
And number 12, I put Texas. My criteria again were who had the best wins, and really, again, we're putting value on the games. We're putting weight on the games. Did they lose 3 games? Yes. Who did they go and beat?
Yeah.
Oh, they beat Texas A&M. Oh, they beat Vanderbilt, who had more wins at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great resume builder. They beat Oklahoma.
Who was number 6 at the time?
Exactly. And that Florida loss is terrible.
God awful.
God awful. However, their other 2 losses, they're just 2 of the top 4 teams in the
league. Right. It's only Ohio State and Georgia.
Yeah. Georgia one looks pretty bad. Ohio State one, looks kind of nice.
Yeah.
So I put them in over BYU. Better team, better wins. You could persuade me to go with BYU, but Texas, I think, if they went in and played Oregon, they would have a shot, unlike JMU.
So I'll you said persuade, so now I'll go my back half. So 7, I also have Ole Miss. 8, I have A&M. 9, I have Oklahoma. Now here is why I have Bama at 6. Bama went to their conference championship. The other 3 did not. So that is my reasoning, is because I put those 3 SEC teams behind them. I left Miami at 10. I put BYU at 11. Because if you're going to have the Big Ten loser and the SEC loser of the championship game, you need to have the Big 12 loser too. And BYU, it's just cool to have BYU.
I agree. In the cool factor, they're nice. They're nice. It's good to have another Big 12 team in. I get that. And you could say, oh, well, Texas lost to the top teams. BYU should get the same. They lost to the same team twice, and it wasn't even close either time.
Correct.
It objectively...
But third time's the charm, right?
Third time's the charm. Would you have them at 11?
Yeah.
So they would be playing... Alabama. No shot.
And then I put Texas at 12.
Okay.
I think Texas and Bama are the 2 strongest 3-loss teams in the nation.
And looking at what happened in the first round, kind of proves it.
I think both teams had a horrible loss. Texas was Florida, and Bama was Florida State. So, hate the state of Florida right now, but I think the fact that Bama did get that win over Georgia, they did make, even though they lost, they did make it to the SEC championship. I get why Bama as the 3-loss went over Texas as the 3-loss. You will not be able to convince me that Tulane or JMU should have gone in over Texas.
No, and I did this under the just the pretense that the group of 5 doesn't get it automatically.
I agree.
If JMU were a 12-0 world beater that had played Tennessee, for example, and went in and won convincingly, or played Clemson and won convincingly,
early season Clemson,
or even beat Utah,
yeah,
or Arizona State,
or like USC.
Exactly. If they would have went in and scheduled something at any point this year and won those games, you would not see me fighting that because they went in and won those games. I don't care.
Because then they deserve it.
Exactly. That's how Cincinnati got in.
Yeah.
Because they went in and they beat a Notre Dame team. They beat, at the time, a good Indiana team. And they won everything that they had to in very convincing fashion. They absolutely deserved it that year.
Yeah.
Same with those old Boise teams. You could argue any of those old Boise teams because they beat the teams in the playoffs or in the postseason that they had to. This is not one of those situations.
No, I'm not saying JMU doesn't deserve to be in the playoff. I'm saying it would look a lot better if they had earned it instead of a auto bid.
Exactly. And other people are saying, well, if you don't like this, then why do you root for the Cinderellas in basketball, in the March Madness? First of all, 72 teams, 68 teams? 68 in a one-game scenario. We're talking basketball. We're not talking about grown men in the state of Georgia who are getting the top-notch treatment, getting everything handed to them, and they're building themselves into multi-million-dollar men versus some guy who, are there good small team players? Absolutely. But you're not getting a front 7 full of them that have to go up and play Oregon or Georgia. You're not getting that.
No one's going to watch a Seton Hall versus Creighton football game.
No, exactly. And yes, there are some upsets. How many of them have been Oregon losing to JMU? We already saw Ole Miss play Tulane. Didn't really go well.
Yeah, it was... It wasn't Loyola Chicago. Who was the 16th seed that beat Virginia a couple years ago? I can't remember their name.
It was UMBC.
That's what it was.
And Purdue lost to Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah, but that's not happening in football.
No.
And that's no disrespect to the game of basketball. That's just not happening in football.
Yeah, you could have a bad shooting night. You could have a bad rebounding night. Your best player can get in foul trouble. That's not happening in football. You're not going to have a situation where there's no such thing as bad rebounding. What there is read option and outside zone.
Blown coverage.
If you get into blown coverage, guess what? The next time you're on the field, you're running outside zone, and that guard is going to pummel a Mike linebacker.
Yep, I totally agree. Let's stay on football. I want to go to the NFL. I got something for you here. I think you're going to like it. So, as you guys know, Ryan and I both reluctantly and sadly cheer for the Cowboys, who lost today. But because the Cowboys are now out, for the first time since 2004, the NFC East is going to have a repeat champion.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Especially if it's those heathens from South Jersey.
It is.
I will not call them Philly. I will call them South Jersey.
So,
Delco.
I got a little how old do you feel game here for you that I put together. So, the last time that the NFC East had a repeat champion was 2004. You just heard me say that. The top song in 2004 was Yeah by Usher.
Should be top song still in 2025. That thing holds up.
Two of the best movies that came out in 2004 were The Polar Express and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie is a classic. Polar Express, I know it's Christmas time, holiday season. Overrated.
I think it's just the fact that Tom Hanks plays all the parts.
Don't care. Overrated movie.
Okay. Top game of 2004? Top video game? Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Wow. It's a long time.
That game feels 50 years old.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the way the technology's gone, can't wait until we're 60 years old and the next Grand Theft Auto comes out.
Oh, we will go back to the moon before we get GTA 6.
True.
3 of the most notable TV series that started in 2004 for you.
Drake and Josh?
Drake and Josh. Lost.
That really started in 2004?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Desperate Housewives.
You want to hear... again, my brain is dumb.
No,
but I know a few things.
Take me down the rabbit hole.
I know a few things here. Do you know why we have Sunday Night Football on NBC?
What?
You can thank Desperate Housewives.
Really?
Because ABC didn't want to give it up. They said more people would rather watch Desperate Housewives than a primetime Sunday night game.
Let me tell you, Football Night in America on NBC is phenomenal. So.
Yeah. So you can thank Sunday Night Football. You can thank Desperate Housewives for having Al Michaels and John Madden calling Sunday night games.
You know what's crazy is that I just said GTA San Andreas was like the top game that year. You remember when you would get in a sports car in that game? You'd drive too fast and like the shit wouldn't render fast enough, and so some of those cars would just look like polygons. That's what the Cybertruck looks like to me.
You think Elon Musk just got stoned one night and was like, ooh, make that. What's that
SpongeBob meme? Write that down.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, if the boys from South Jersey are going to be crowned back-to-back NFC East champions, their Super Bowl counterpart from last year officially out of the playoffs.
Oh, why? What happened?
Can I just say they suck? Because I don't.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened. That's essentially what happened. So, essentially what happened is Andy Reid's offense kind of didn't really matter because you didn't have a deep threat to help. You didn't. The Tyreek problem officially became a problem. James Worthy and Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice didn't take the top off like they wanted to. They didn't.
See, was it Jalen Petrie's hit on Rashee Rice the other week?
Man, it was a car crash that Rashee Rice couldn't actually run away from.
In your opinion, the Chiefs being out of the playoffs, is it a good thing or a bad thing for the NFL? Not for us as fans, but the NFL as a product. What do you think?
If it were any other year, yes. However, they've done such a great job of making stars out of players who are young and making teams household names. If the Patriots weren't what they were this year, they would be in deep trouble.
Drake May.
Yeah, he's the crown prince. I'm so excited for him and that New England fan base to be back. It only took 3 years, and they're back. Their rival. I mean, we've seen 2 games with them where they play Josh Allen and the Bills. I can't wait for that to happen again in the playoffs.
And they don't have Belichick. I'm so happy for Vrabel.
He's a man's man.
I'm just happy for him. He's just I don't know. Him, Aaron Glenn, Dan Campbell, when those guys get amped up on the sideline, I'm like, yeah.
We'll shift to NFC in a second because I have a Dan Campbell thing that's brewing right now. But
okay.
The AFC side, it looks like an absolute treat to be on that side. And guess who the number 1 seed is? Denver. We talked so much crap about how awful it is to have to watch that offense. It's worked. It's worked. Oh my gosh. And my MVP pick, through no fault of his own, just the gutsiest man on earth, Daniel Jones. You have to feel so bad for
Oh, I
Indianapolis. The
know.
man played on a broken leg and gutted it out and ended up tearing his Achilles on his other leg. Like, this man is going to end up, we're talking SpongeBob, like the guy who every night I break my legs
Yep.
and every
Was born
morning I
with glass
break my
bones
arms,
and
glass
paper
bones.
skin.
That man was out there just taped up,
Oh,
trying
just
everything he could.
gutting through it.
And you saw at the end when he tore it and he's just slamming his helmet. He wanted to win so bad for those guys. And that's the kind of guy that I hope nothing but success happens to him.
Absolutely.
But you got to feel bad for Indianapolis, and that is the conference of defense.
Absolutely, it is.
You have Denver's defense. You have the Texans' defense just lurking there. You have, when we talk about toughness with Brable, the Patriots have an absolutely stacked defense.
I saw something the other day that said Phillip Rivers is starting for the Colts. The Patriots and the Broncos are going to be the 1 and 2 seed in the AFC. The Cowboys are mid. The Bengals suck. Your childhood is not over just yet.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And guess who's still sitting there as well? You want to talk about old quarterbacks? Mr. Old Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
I saw TikTok reel, whatever you use. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I straight up like shed a tear because it was what was that song? It's like End of Beginning or whatever.
Oh,
where
yes.
It's like when I'm back in Chicago or whatever, and it's when he scored that rushing touchdown for the Steelers, and he does his discount double check, and as soon as he goes through it, the video cuts and it goes back to him as a Packer, and I was just like, oh man.
Yeah, I forgot how much back in the day I hated that man.
But you hated him, but damn it, he was so good.
He's the most talented passer in the history of the game.
Do you know how much I miss watching him throw to Jordy Nelson? Just that connection.
Yeah, it's just watching old highlights of him. When they're not playing the Cowboys, work of art.
Absolutely.
Work of art. It's beautiful to watch. It's like watching Allen Iverson, highlights of him just crossing people up. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like to me. It's absolutely beautiful, but
he's still going, though.
They went and beat the Lions today. We'll go to my Dan Campbell thing now. Mm-hmm. Is Dan Campbell just a merchant of his assistants?
That's a really good way to put that.
We'll take the Jets aside. Aaron Glenn, like that's just a Jets issue.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson kind of got that toughness that Dan Campbell has, but put that with football intellect and has Caleb Williams and a defense that's actually has a good defensive coach that's not Eberflus.
You mark my words right here in December. If the Bears go to the Super Bowl, I'm cheering for them.
As long as they're not playing the Bills.
Oh, yeah. If they're playing the Bills, you have to cheer for Josh Allen. Like, that's just...
Yes, Josh Allen. You could... I would have a hard time rooting against Drake May.
You would. Do you know how much fun, like, a this year Pats, this year Bears Super Bowl would be?
It would be the most obnoxious 2 weeks ever. Like, but a fun obnoxious.
Right. No, absolutely.
You're dealing with the mass holes and you're dealing with just Chicago.
Yeah.
Still would be really fun.
Would it not be so much fun?
Yeah. That would be the most fun. That would be the most fun outcome.
Oh, hands down. And I'm going to pivot. Just follow my ADHD here really quick. I have a gripe. And I can apply it to both college and the NFL. Stop playing the Super Bowl in Florida and in dome stadiums. Quit building dome stadiums. And I need northern collegiate teams to get better and start hosting first round playoff games because I want snow games.
We might be able to get it again if Buffalo and New England can just make sure they meet at any point, preferably in the NFC or the AFC Championship game.
And it snows. Oh,
And it's not, we're not having to worry about them trying to slay Patrick Mahomes, which when we
already touched on
we touched on the Chiefs. It's horrible to see Patrick go down with an injury. Obviously,
absolutely.
He's at the end of the day, he is going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and we need someone like him.
Generational,
but you just hate to see it. And I'm happy to see a playoffs where I'm not having to see the black hole sun meme where it's Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, and everyone is trying to beat up against Patrick Mahomes. You're praying that Lamar Jackson can go and finally do it. It's not happening this year. We can rest easy, sit and watch and have fun.
Yep. If we get a snow game in the AFC Championship, I will legitimately turn my phone off and put it in another room, and I will not talk to people for the entire 4 hours.
Because the other side is going to most likely be Seattle and the Rams again.
Oh, again?
Which again, it's going to be
classic.
Well, if it's in Seattle, there might be a chance for it's going to be a cold game regardless.
Cold, yes, but it'd be like what was it? Was it 12 or 14 maybe, where it was the Hail Mary? And the Seahawks ended up going to the Super Bowl and not the Packers.
Yeah.
It'd be something like that.
Yeah, like cold, but you don't get the winter atmosphere.
Yeah, if they zoom in on somebody, you see the breath. That's it.
We could live in a world where the four finalists could be Drake May, Josh Allen, and Sam Darnold and Caleb Williams.
It's so fun.
Oh,
I love that world.
How amazing!
I love that world so much.
I'm so happy for Sam Darnold.
Oh, I am too.
I'm so happy for him.
I am too. There's something about when a quarterback that you don't hate finds a home.
Yes, Daniel Jones.
Baker Mayfield.
I hated Baker Mayfield for a while there.
Okay,
there was a lot of I stood on the sidelines and watched that man go back and forth with Mason Rudolph and tear me apart.
I hated him when he was in college because I was a Texas fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. When he went to the Browns, those progressive commercials got to me. It was funny.
He won me over after leaving Cleveland, finding a home in Tampa, and proving everything wrong.
The story of getting traded from the Panthers to the Rams, like 3 days later, leading that fourth quarter comeback drive, like that's just dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, let's get a little more local. I got a question for you. Now that you talked about Patrick Mahomes going down, an ACL to a football player is absolutely devastating, and you never want to see it. But we're going to talk about it. Micah Parsons went down. Knowing the future, basically knowing what we know now, did Dallas win that trade?
No.
Still no.
No, because the whole purpose of that trade was to get better or not have to put all of our cap on one defensive player and spread it out and get better at run defense. We waited until the middle of October to try to do something that we could have done in February. And I don't have faith in this team to continue to do that piece.
Valid.
I have faith that Micah Parsons can come back and still be a vital part down the line for that team. Jordan Love is a great quarterback. I'll put the great tag on him. He's great.
Yes.
He has solid people around him on the offense. That defense without Micah Parsons is still very incredible.
It is.
Before everything went haywire against the Bears, they held them to 9 points.
They did.
Without Micah Parsons.
They did. You are correct. I was just, it's just.
Oh yeah.
It's something you think about. Staying with some Cowboy stuff here. Do we re-sign Pickens?
we have the space now, so I don't see why not. I mean, I think Jerry has to realize one, he's a great 1-2 combo with CD, with George being the one. Yes, I said that. George Pickens being the number one receiver.
George Pickens just does what he wants on
Exactly.
the football field, and it's so fun to watch.
It is. And I think Dak would love to have him back. I think this would be a situation where if Jerry says he likes to pay the guys that are in house, this is a guy that you should probably pay.
I totally agree. I think when you have that 1-2 combo, you have Ferguson out there still. Like, you can throw Kevontae Turpin or anybody else who's fast in a slot and just. Can you imagine if you put CD in the slot, put George on the outside, and they ran a double cross go route, and one just picked the other, and one of them's just wide open downfield?
Yeah. We almost had that. What game was it? Was it? I want to say it was.
You talking about the Raiders game?
It might have been the Raiders game, or it might have been the Washington game, where Pickens had a touchdown. And you see CD just raising his hand as he's running past him.
That was Washington, because
yeah.
we were at home.
That's right. Like that.
Yeah.
We could have had that.
And you love that. You love to see stuff like that.
Especially when the run game is actually working this year, which is a big surprise. Huge surprise.
It is. And I think a lot of that's a credit to Javonte Williams.
And Schottenheimer.
And I'll give it to Shoddy as well, but I'm not going to give the O-line credit like I would like the 2014 O-line.
No. I give Schottenheimer the credit for putting guys, because this was a pretty banged up offensive line, putting them together and getting them to work together in a system that matched what they were looking for or what their skills were, and getting Dak Prescott in situations where he's not just getting beaten, battered every play.
Okay, so then with that, when the draft comes around, would you want us to be O-line heavy again, or would you rather us be defensively heavy?
I want it like the 2021 draft. Defense.
Just straight defense.
Our secondary is as bad as I've ever seen a secondary. Where, I mean, Trayvon Diggs does nothing out there. He's not going to be back. Deron Bland is
bland.
Yeah. He's playing out of position. It is what it is. And our safeties are just terrible. Oh, I know. They're so terrible. I
never thought I would say this. I'm going to say this, but I never thought I would say this. I miss Jeff Heath.
Yeah. He could actually, because he could tackle. We don't have any guy back there that can tackle.
No, they try to lower their shoulder like they don't weigh 104 pounds soaking wet.
I mean, Malik Hooker is fine. Donovan Wilson's incredibly overrated. We don't have like a DeMonte KZ like we've had in the past. Marquise Bell, we try to fit him at linebacker. We try to fit him at safety. We try to fit him at like a hybrid position. It's not working. That experiment needs to go away.
It does.
Go get Caleb Downs. We have 2 first-round picks.
I know.
Go get Caleb Downs. Go figure it out. Go get him. And then go find a way later on to get yourself a big, nasty dude from like Utah that can just sit there at the nose next to Quinnen Williams and Odigizua and figure out that run.
I don't remember his name. Number 44 on Oklahoma.
Taylor One.
Okay. The kid reminds me of Leighton Vander Esch. A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Or
we could probably get Anthony Hill Jr. as like a day 2 or day 3 pick.
Drop the day 2 though.
Anthony Hill, I think so.
Do you really?
Yeah, the linebacker, it's going to be Rodriguez and it's going to be Arville Reese.
Okay.
And it's going to be a little bit light after that.
I do think that, just because for those of you that don't know, Anthony Hill Jr. is a Texas player. I do think as he develops more, when Colin Simmons goes, I think the dude is going to be like Myles Garrett-esque.
I think next time we meet, we actually have to do a deep dive on the 2027 draft, because it legitimately might be the greatest draft of all time.
I think you're right. Because won't Ryan Williams also be in that draft?
Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, Cam Coleman. We have
Cam Coleman.
Julian Sand.
Does Cam Coleman remind you of? I'm sorry. Continue.
No,
I'll
go ahead.
come. You want me to go now?
Yeah.
Does Cam Coleman remind you of Julio Jones?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You want to talk about Texas? Ryan Wingo will be draft eligible. Colin Simmons will be draft eligible.
Colin Simmons is insane.
You have
Arch
will be draft eligible. You have a lot of young talent. We can go through
Mateer's coming back too, right? So the Mateer.
Mateer will be draft eligible.
Trinidad Chambliss.
Trinidad Chambliss, I believe so. Casey Concepcion.
The 2027 draft is going to be insane.
Oh, you can do a whole deep dive. Did I mention Jeremiah Smith?
Yes.
Okay. Jeremiah Smith will be draft eligible. I don't think Carr from Notre Dame will be eligible.
Not yet.
Jaden Mayava.
Oh. I've never been so excited for a draft. That's so cool.
It is just a compilation of riches in that draft.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We've been talking you guys' ears off for a while about football. We're going to try to wrap this up pretty quickly. Ryan, I got very few points on the NHL and the NBA, and I don't think we really need to make any more. So the NHL. The Colorado Avalanche have 57 points. The Dallas Stars have 53 points. I don't think anybody else matters.
No, it'll be a massive disappointment in either of them, and hopefully it doesn't end up like the stupid way it did last year where we met in the first round.
Yep, I totally agree.
The way the world works, Edmonton will probably make it.
Can I tell you also how proud I am of this Dallas Stars team where they have had every skater score a goal?
I was hoping to bring that up. Yes.
You know how cool that is?
Yeah. Yeah. It turns out when you have a coach who knows a thing or two about offense, we can go do that.
It's crazy what happens when you don't limit Jason Robertson.
Yeah. It's amazing. And we're also doing it without Tyler Seguin.
We've had a lot of injuries. Because with the first part of the season, we did it without Matt Duchene.
Yeah. Depth. Development.
And not only depth. Well, yes, this is still depth, but Casey DeSmith is coming right behind Otter and is playing phenomenally. This is everybody listen to this. It's me knocking on wood that it stays like that because our goalie tandem, the 1 and the 2, I love.
Taking our Stars bias out of this, the way that Jason Robertson has been playing, does he get a spot on the Olympic team?
Oh, yeah.
You think?
I'll go one further. Hart Trophy.
Nathan McKinnon exists.
Okay, but if I know he does, but if Robertson stays at this pace, doesn't get tired out, and the playoffs as well.
I don't know. These awards are pretty. These awards, since they gave Connor Hellebuck the Hart Trophy, that award means nothing.
All right, fine. All right,
that award means absolutely nothing.
Okay. Valid point. Okay, this is what I have for the NBA for you. 2 points. The Mavericks are trash, and Cooper Flagg is an absolute dog. Actually, I'll give you 3. I'm really happy to see Luka happy. I said it.
Yeah, I'll add one further. The fact that New York Knicks are now champions. Again, truly, the world is healing. The NBA is back. Guys, New York Knicks have to raise a banner that says that they've won a trophy. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell the sarcasm in my voice. Yeah, NBA is completely meaningless until Christmas. And even then, it's meaningless until the playoffs. And even then, it's meaningless because they have the stupid play-in games. So after the play-in games.
So just June.
Late May.
Late May.
Late May.
Drake May.
Have you been watching Bake Miss?
I have not, but I have seen that her name, Drake May's wife, for those of you who don't know, her name is now Anne Bake May.
She keeps doing what she's doing. Again, snow game with Drake May against the man Josh Allen.
The funniest thing I have seen from this season with that stuff is a Pats fan commented on under one of Ann May's videos and was like, make sure after you feed him and his belly is full that you rub his tummy for good digestion and pat his back so that he burps and gets a good night's sleep because we need our baby boy in perfect condition for the game.
It's just great to see like one of these like wives and girlfriends have like their TikTok and it not just be absolute like disgusting
Brain rot.
and just filth. People actually care about the two of them.
Isn't it so sweet?
It's so nice. It's so nice. That being said, Josh Allen, you better win it.
Didn't he already win, dude?
He's got this to prove. Come on, Josh, for the fate of the world.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
For the fate of the world, bring Buffalo a championship.
I can't be mad at that though.
No.
I can't. I've watched the Four Falls of Buffalo 30 for 30 film, I think at least 10 times.
I don't feel sorry for beating them twice. Sorry. Not sorry.
Oh, I didn't say that.
But ever since then, yes, they deserve it. And they have the man to do it. And he needs to do it. I don't care if he has to beat him. He didn't do it without beating Mahomes. Don't care.
Why?
Flags fly forever. Exactly.
Like, why? He didn't beat Mahomes. Okay, and?
Point. Buffalo has a championship.
Like,
they better have a championship.
You know who did beat Patrick Mahomes? 8 other quarterbacks this season, including Dak Prescott.
Did you say the Chiefs lost to the Titans today?
Shout out Cam Ward.
They've given up. They have just flat out given up. Yeah.
No Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl.
No. Just hopefully Josh Allen.
Against Caleb Williams. Or Sam Darnold. Here's what I would want. If it's the Bears, I want the Pats. And if it's the Bills, I want the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Because if you throw the Rams in there, Matt Stafford is going to do something, and he will win another one. And that's no shade against Matt Stafford.
Gosh, we have not said anything about the Rams this year.
We haven't,
and they're just.
And I don't think we should start. They're doing what they're doing, and
they speak for themselves.
Exactly. I don't think anything needs to be said. I think. Actually, I will say something about the Rams, but it has nothing to do with football. Why is Matt Stafford's hair so gray?
That's the appearance part. Have you seen the man's teeth?
I've not.
Huh? He looks like he goes in with the what do you call them?
Like the floss picks?
Not even the floss picks. The whiteout. Looks like he uses whiteout. Looks like he has the Orbit chiclets.
Oh, so his teeth are super white.
Super white and super the worst fake veneers. What I'm trying to say is you'll ever see. The worst veneers you'll ever see.
Oh, like Ross on that episode of Friends where his teeth were bioluminescent?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't fit him.
Okay. I definitely went the other way in my brain and started thinking a pirate with scurvy.
Oh,
so
you mean British? No. No, he doesn't look British. He looks like the British people who get the worst veneers you'll ever see. No.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything else, man. Baseball, I don't even know if winter meetings have even started yet. I mean,
the Mets are just losing everybody.
They really
I
are.
thought Daddy Cohen was supposed to be buying everything for them, but
Speaking of the Mets, do you like the Pete Alonso signing?
for the Orioles,
Yeah.
they need something. They have
Okay,
way
all
too
right.
much talent to be as bad as they are.
They really are. They really are.
They won 100 and something games,
And
got
then
trounced by
I
us,
was like, then we beat them, and
and they still have Adley Rushman and Jackson Holiday.
mm-hmm.
Nothing else to show for it.
Yeah. Adley Rutschman's a really good baseball player.
He's a really good catcher. Yeah.
And then how do you like Brandon Nimmo for us? I like that. I like that though.
I do like it. I just know this is going to be another down year, just from what everything is looking like. They're trying to reduce the payroll. That magic. I just hope that the magic that Chris Young brought in initially doesn't turn into fatigue.
I don't think it can, because they let John Daniels be a part of the organization for a decade after, like,
yeah, that was a weird time
a weird time
for the Rangers. I just hope that this doesn't turn into like how the Mavericks were when they won the championship and ownership
Cuban
was like,
dismantled
all right, I
everything.
got my ring. Now
Yeah.
let's just dismantle it. It's like
or
yeah, that's what it's nearing towards, and I hope it doesn't go too far.
Do you remember, like, after we went to a back-to-back World Series, there was a time where, like, Joey Gallo would come up to bat, and he's batting, like, 125, and you just know it's either going to be, like, a moonshot or he's going to strike out in 3 pitches. Rougned Odor is just fighting people. Like, we're all just trying to wait to see how long Adrian Beltre is going to play.
I thought Nomar Mazara was the next coming.
That is true.
Delino DeShields.
Hey.
Willie Calhoun.
Okay, I'll give you Willie Calhoun. Delino DeShields, damn good ball player. Don't do that.
The year that we had Ian Desmond and Cole Hamels as our all-star representatives.
Yeah. You remember when Leonidas Martin was our center fielder? Craig Gentry was our left fielder.
Oh man, what a bad time.
What a time. Well, this isn't the time for reminiscing, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening to us ramble about sports. We love doing this. We love talking about this. Please, like I said in the beginning, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you want to see more of. Ryan, give a good word to the people.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun to do, and I hope we can continue to do it through your support. So please please subscribe. Good reviews, bad reviews, I don't care. Just let us know how you feel. And also, Festivus is coming up soon, so make sure you gather with the people you love, get your poll out, and make sure you do your feats of strength, your airing of grievances. Let everyone know, and you can air your grievances about this too. Gather around, listen to this, and then celebrate Festivus the way it's intended to be.
Awesome. That is a good word. Thank you, Ryan. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening. Appreciate it. For Ryan, I'm Matt. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys later.
Hell, Jeff.